Welcome back to the IProphet training. This session we're going to cover preferences. And what we're seeing here is a portal, which is the most current at this time, is 21370. Simply select preferences, and you're going to see some new features here, and I'm just going to quickly run down some of these. Let's go to the language selection, and in this session we're going to go ahead and keep it as English. But for some of you Europeans over there, you see some of the options that you have over there, okay? Color schemes, pretty straightforward. We're going to keep it blue, but you see all the other options here in the pull down. Password, I just want to keep mentioning this one every time I can. The password is for the web portal, and the web portal is the section that we're in right now. If you need to change the password for the user, you can just say set to, and in this case, let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to see something new here. This is the bubble tooltips. I think this is excellent. We're getting a lot of great feedback on this. By simply dragging your mouse over the topic key, you're going to see a quick little explanation of what that item does. Okay? And you can turn that off or on. We encourage you to keep that enabled. Helps the users be a little bit more satisfied that they're not asking a lot of questions. CRM settings, let's go ahead and jump to this. If we have it set, what this section does is it takes the caller ID information that is incoming to the station, and it will use one of the services that you see in the pull-down menu here. Google, Anyhoo, phone number, switchboard, white pages, Salesforce.com, BTiger, CRM. If there's any other ones that you'd like to see, just let us know. It's really not difficult to load. But basically what we're seeing here is we're set up for 7 digits caller ID information coming in. If it sees those 7 digits, it references that, uses the service that you've asked for, and then it it does the screen pop for you. If you're in a section that, let's say, you have 10 digits coming in, simply make that 10. Sometimes you might it might be provided with the leading digit 1, so you can strip the 1 off of there. All right, some of the Europeans, you might strip off a few more, but it's pretty straightforward. Give it a couple test runs. It doesn't take too long to get that thing up and started. So here's the other 2 exciting areas that we really like. We're getting some just terrific feedback on at this time, is the music on hold settings. Now, keep in mind that we are in extension 410, so this is a user. By letting this user select from a playlist, okay, and let's just go ahead and say this is a marketing user, this overrides the message on hold for the system. So for example, this user might be in marketing, and when this user places a caller on hold, they might like them to hear marketing messages versus the generic message that somebody would hear on hold, or even support. If this were a support individual, it's a great idea. Go ahead and select support. This might offer some suggestions while somebody is on hold that might address the reason why they're calling. Now, these libraries are actually loaded by the system administrator, which there's some control on that. It's really nice, so you're not getting any kind of sensitive data in there that you don't want just anybody knowing without approval or hearing without approval. So if there's something you'd like to add, just see your system administrator. They can easily add a library. And each library, by the way, can have multiple messages in there, and they can be set up for random, so it's never just an endless loop of 1 minute playing. Here's the other part. Enable music on ring. Today, the majority of us are just hearing a ringing tone on a phone when we dial it. So whether we dial the direct inward dial number, or we're transferred to the auto attendant, or we're transferred by a live human being and an operator, we normally just hear that ring tone. You know, the ring, silence, ring, that cadence, or the Europeans ring, ring, silence, ring, ring. I think you guys get the idea of that. We can now select from the same pull-down list of what somebody might hear while they're being transferred. So both of these are terrific opportunities to take advantage of that caller's time, make the best use of that time, be as productive as you can with that time, and let them hear information that's meaningful for them that will benefit both you and them. Okay? And of course, when you're done making any selection, select Save. And we're going to go back to the home page. And again, we just now are seeing a brief summary of some of the features that we have enabled and some that we do not have enabled. And this concludes your preference training.